everyone, TK here from TK's World, of course. And in today's video, I'd like to talk about what previously happened. I ended up in the emergency room due to a kidney infection, and it was terrifying for me. I don't like going to the ER because of germs. I'm a germaphobe, and the place is filled with germs, and it freaks me out. And I had to go because I was hunched over and in traumatic pain. So we got into the car, and then I wanted out of the car once she started the car. But I was sitting in the back seat, and the child safety lock was on, so there was no way I was getting out of the car. And so I just had to push my fear through it. And then I ended up calling my brother to talk to him on the phone, hoping that he would calm my nerves down, which he did. He was able to calm me down and get me relaxed so that I could get there with better ease and less stress. So we get there, and when we entered, they had like those emergency wheelchairs, which I don't like because germs. And I had to sit in one because I was hunched over and I couldn't stand without hurting, and I could barely walk my way into the building. It was terrible. So I sit down in the wheelchair, and I'm anxious and I'm jittery and I'm stemming, which is something that people with autism do. Mine is moving around. My hands move, my legs move, and so my leg is shaking and my hands are fidgeting. I'm fidgeting with my hands, and I'm hurting like so bad in the side. My side is hurting, and the more I fidget, the more pain I feel on my side, but I couldn't stop fidgeting because I was stemming and I was terrified to be there. But what made me extremely happy and blessed was that my grandmother showed up at the hospital and was with me, and I know my mom enjoyed having the support that she needed from my nanny, and I enjoyed the support from my nanny. They also ended up putting an IV in my arm so that they could take my blood and be able to administer some medication in me to make me better. One of the medicines they gave me was supposed to calm me down because I was extremely fidgety and hyped up due to fear and anxiety, and I got loopy. Everything started to echo. Everything I said, everything my mom and my nanny said started to echo, and that freaked me out. Not because their voices were echoing, but I don't want to hear my own voice echo. That I just know, thank you, and that made me more anxious. And I'm pretty sure I fought the doctors to get the IV in my arm in the first place, because I don't do well with needles. I just don't. Needles and me don't get along. And they gave me 3 prescriptions. One is for pain, one is for nausea, and one's the antibiotic I have to take twice daily. And what was frustrating is when we got home, I was in pain, of course, and I was hunched over walking towards my bedroom. And the whole time I'm thinking I want to get in the shower because I was in a germ-infested place and I want to clean myself. But I was hurting and couldn't do it. I just could not. So I was freaking out about it. And I was like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? So I ended up baby wiping myself down clean. Because I'm like, I can baby wipe myself clean, but there's no way I can sit in the shower, wash, and not expect to slip and fall over water being on the floor. It's just not going to happen. And I'm a clumsy person. Most people with Asperger's are clumsy people. It's just common for us. And they gave me this, an allergy bracelet, saying that I'm allergic to certain medications. Anybody who wears this, they have to say what medicines are you allergic to, and then a fall risk bracelet, just in case, because I'm a clumsy, klutzy person. And then the regular scan bracelet they have to scan me with. But it was scary. The whole thing was just scary and terrifying. I didn't like it. And I should have went to the emergency room a lot sooner, but I kept pushing it off, and my parents kept pushing it off. And I think the reason why my mom kept pushing it off is because I was telling her to push it off, telling her that I was okay even though I wasn't okay and I was in pain. because I was scared. I was so scared. I don't do well. Finally, I got to the point where my mom's like, I don't care what you say, we're going. You're in too much pain, and I can't stand seeing you this way. So we finally ended up going. But I didn't like it. The doctors were very sweet, very nice. One of them had an accent, like a Chinese accent, and I enjoyed hearing his accent. I liked hearing his accent. He has a really cool accent. But I was blessed that my grandmother showed up at the hospital. I was blessed that my mom took so much care of me. I was blessed that my brother stopped what he was doing and talked to me the whole ride up to the hospital. I was blessed that when I was able to come home, that I had a beautiful dog that I can just pet and love on to make me feel better, to give me some comfort. So even though I was in so much pain, I will say that I was blessed to have the support and love that I was receiving from family and from my buddy Jackson over here, and it just meant a lot to know that I was going through a lot, but I wasn't going through it alone. Like, it was happening to me, but I had other support people with me, and I appreciated that. I enjoyed the support that I was getting from my family members, because it made me being sick not as bad. And I'm still sick and still in pain, but not as bad as I was, and I'm blessed about that. That's why I'm blessed. So don't forget that you have family members and people who love you no matter what. And if you don't have that, you have that from me, and I will always love you no matter what. It's been TK, over and out. Bye.